Team Taz. You could debate that this group was quite underrated in their first few months together. Having Brian Cage be the number one guy in the group didn't really bring them any success. Yet in recent months, all members have been getting pushed more and more. Well, everyone except Brian Cage, who haven't wrestled a match in AEW programming ever since losing the TNT Championship to Ricky Starks. But you gotta admit that Brian Cage leaving this faction was the best thing that ever happened to Team Taz. Cage was stealing the spotlight from the other guys, who at the time really needed to do more than just be Brian Cage's sidekicks. As soon as Cage left, Ricky, Hobbs, and Hook started getting featured more and more. They felt more important both individually and together. Having Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs be on the same page yet having individual identities, is what Team Taz is all about. And speaking of having a separate identity, what about Hook? All the AEW haters said he's just Taz's little kid, just a vanilla midget with great hair. Where are these people now? From the moment I saw Hook, I knew that this guy has got what it takes to make it. From just seeing the title of my first video on this channel, you already know how I feel about Hook. And my feelings haven't changed at all. Hook is AEW's future superstar. He's a future world champion, and in a few years, I'll have the honor to say I told you so, to all those who thought Hook is just a vanilla midget. Huge props to Tony Khan and Taz for working together to book this guy to perfection. Featuring him only on Rampage every couple of weeks, and just now he made his first buy-in show debut. Slowly but surely, he's been getting stronger and better opponents. This is what Hook needs, a slow burning experience so to speak. Ricky Starks is someone who I have nothing but praise for. He reminds me of a young Rock. From the way he looks to the way he speaks, I see a lot of similarities between the two. Ever since he debuted in AEW against Cody Rhodes for the TNT Open Challenge, I always wondered when Ricky will get another opportunity for the TNT Championship. I would love to see a TNT title run for this guy. Such a talented performer who has immense charisma and intensity in both his promos and his matches. Could you imagine the matches he could have against some of AEW's mid-carders, like Daniel Garcia, Brian Pillman Jr., and Wheeler Yuta, just to name a few? I think Starks could be the guy to elevate the TNT Championship to the next level, as let's face it, the FTW Championship is nothing but a prop in all elite wrestling. We rarely see it defended on the shows, and this really brings down the level of importance of the title. I have to admit, I wasn't a really big fan of Powerhouse Hobbs when Team Taz started out. I always looked at him as the muscle of the group, and that's where it stopped. Compared to a guy like Wardlow, who was the muscle of the Pinnacle, Hobbs just wasn't really that special to me. But boy was I wrong. Will Hobbs is a rare specimen. His level of strength, speed, and agility is not something which can be taught, but one needs to be born with this type of talent. His recent minor changes to his looks has really worked out well for him, and being next to Ricky Starks and Taz, they both have managed to engage in some storylines, most recently against Keith Lee. Hobbs is slowly growing on me, Starks is already a special talent, and Hook is just too over with the fans to ignore. So comes the question, who is the best guy out of these three? Who is the best member of Team Taz? Is this something which we can even answer? Well, the majority of fans are Hookers. This guy's perfect booking, great training, and mysterious identity is just so captivating. However, no one can ignore the hard work that Starks and Hobbs have been putting in, and if I had to choose my favorite of the three, it would probably be Ricky Starks. But if I have to choose the best member of Team Taz? I just can't answer this question, simply because all three men are great in their own way. I want all three guys to succeed in their careers, not just in AEW, but wherever they choose to go in the future. I'd love to hear what you all think about this, so let's continue the discussion down in the comments. Subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching.